Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the carnation that crumble. I have always admired the beauty of carnation, their ruffled petals, the way they seem to capture both elegance and resilience in a single bloom. When I decided to create this beauty in clay, I was filled with excitement. I envisioned the perfect carnation, sculpted with precision, each petal glowing naturally as if the flower had just blossomed. I made the soft textures and delicate details, the smoothness of the clay transforming into something almost lifelike. But no matter how vivid my vision was, turning it into reality proved to be far more difficult than I had expected. My hands, eager and determined, pressed into the cold clay, shaping it with care. At first, everything felt promising. I rolled out the seeds, carefully cutting and molding them into shapes of petals. With each fold, I tried to capture the carnation's signature ruffles, hoping they would hold the shapes while the clay handled it. Yes, as I worked, frustrations crept in. The bento refused to cooperate. Some were too thick, some were too thin. When I tried to shape them, they either collapsed under their own weight or became too stiff or unyielding. I tried different techniques, experimenting with various tools and methods. I watched tutorials, read about clay sculpting, and studied the anatomy of real carnations, hoping to find a secret to make them look natural. But each attempt ended in disappointment. The petal cracked, their edge curled unnaturally, or they fused together into an unrecognizable mess. My hands, once steady and confident, started stumbling with frustration. Was I simply not skilled enough, or was I not patient enough? Doubt swept in my mind, telling me that maybe this were beyond my abilities. At several failed attempts, I took a step back. I let out my mistake before me, examining each fold petal, each broken flower. At first, all I saw were failure, a collection of ruined carnations, reminders of my inability to bring my vision to life. But then something shifted into my perspective. They weren't just failures. They were a lesson. Each petal, each cracked surface, each collapsed structure told me something about the process. I began to see where I had gone wrong. Maybe I had been too hasty, expecting perfection too soon. Maybe I need to embrace the mistake, learn from them, and refine my technique with patience rather than frustration. So I try again. This time I work slower. I let myself enjoy the process instead of rushing to the final result. I focus on each petal individually, sharpen them carefully, and pay attention to how the clay responds. I experimented with different levels of thickness, testing how much flexible I could achieve without making the clay too fragile. I played with different dyeing times, learning when to shape and when to let the clay rest. And though the result was still far from perfect, I began to see the process. The petals start to hold their form better. The ruffle look more natural. The clay, instead of resisting me, seemed to mold itself more willingly under my touch. It wasn't perfect yet, but it was better, and that clung along were Victoria. The journey of sculpting A simple carnation had taught me more than just the technical skill of working with clay. It has taught me patience, resilience, and the importance of embracing failure as a part of creative process. In every art form, in every craft, mistakes are inevitable, but what defines an artist or anyone pursues a skill is not the absence of failure, but the persistence to keep going despite it. I may have not created a perfect clay carnation yet, but I'm not giving up because it's just like the real flower that withstands storm and blooms anew. I will continue shaping, molding, and refining my craft, and one day my hand will bring to life the vision that exists too vividly in my mind. One day I will succeed. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about a carnation that crumbled. I have always admired the beauty of carnation, their ruffled petals, the way they seem to capture both elegance and resilience in a single bloom. When I